For reals now.
Yeah.
It's playoff football time.
It is.
It is actually finals week.
Yep.
Finals weeks here.
Yep.
I hate fantasy football.
Yep.
I do always hate fantasy football. I liked it for a little bit, and then we're right back to where we started.
Back to normal.
So, this is MFJR. I'm the captain, and we're here to go ahead and take a look back at the last couple of weeks,
Yep.
forward to the next couple of weeks,
Yep.
take a quick review at the season, just a real quick one there, and then kind of look at what's going on for next year's draft with
Let's
all
do
these
it.
picks that were nuts.
Yep.
All right, we'll figure this out. All right, so let's start with our playoff review.
Okay.
The round one review really is what we're looking at.
Sure.
So round one happened last week. It was a 2-week playoff.
Yep.
We had 4 teams in it. It was myself against Gus.
Yep.
And then it was Keitel against Ryan.
Yep.
This is weird because Ryan got his team named last year.
He
being
did.
the last place team, and now he's made it to the playoffs. How'd
He
you
did.
do?
He got his rear end whooped.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly close. Kyle kind of just cruised right through and never really had a doubt.
All right. So easy matchup
Yeah.
for Keitel there.
Yeah, easy one for Keitel and an easy one for Gus, too.
How'd that go?
I was over and before it really ever
It
began.
really was. What a week 14 that was, man. Unbelievable.
Hey,
I think if Gus doesn't have Mahomes, it's a little closer, but I still don't think I win.
Maybe.
So it's fine. Is that enough for a review for that?
I think that's
'Cause
probably fine.
I'm pretty much done talking about
You're
it.
over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, let's move to this week. So we
Sure.
start a new playoff matchup this week. In fact, it's Thursday night as we are sitting here recording, which
Yep.
means we have a game that is starting with some pretty big fantasy
Soon.
implications. We
Yeah.
got the Chargers and the Chiefs as they are going to head on that Thursday night matchup.
Yep.
And there's plenty of guys in that finals that are going to be part of there.
There's a bunch, but there's also a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
So we don't exactly know, even at this point, who's playing and who's not. I mean, when everybody sees this, we'll probably already know.
Yeah.
But
They'll know how they did, too.
yeah, we'll see how it's starting off.
Hopefully Mahomes has a terrible day. So the finals, we've got Gus versus Keitel.
Yep.
And Gus looking pretty strong, I know, because I was paying attention last week to that. Is Keitel have any match? Is Keitel any match for him at all?
I think Keitel is going to put up a good fight. I'm interested to see if he picks the right quarterback because he's carrying 2. He's carrying both Goff and Cam. And either one of those 2 can go huge, but is he going to pick the right one, and are they going to go off? That's kind of the big question. Gus continues his lucky streak. We always like to point that out. He drafted Mahomes, and Mahomes has been awesome all year long. He's been carrying Aaron Rodgers on his bench for a long period of time too, but that lucky pick of Mahomes super late in the draft is worked out nicely. The rest of their teams are pretty even. Keitel with McCaffrey, Kamara, Beckham if he's healthy. It's great. That's stacked. Gus with Lindsey, Thielen, Adams, Elliott, also stacked. So
I wonder how they got to the finals then.
it's not a surprise. Both of those teams are really good, so we'll see.
God's had a couple of off weeks, so
He has.
he can make a bounce back, but maybe not.
He was good earlier in the season, and he's got a lot of weapons, and that offense is pretty dynamic. We'll see, going forward if he can come through or not.
Just curious, who do you think is the one key player from each team?
It's probably Mahomes on one side, and I'll tell you it's going to be Beckham on the other. Because if Beckham's injured and doesn't play, it's going to be hard to overcome. If he plays up to his capability, and the Giants have been playing really, really well lately, he can put up a ton of points too and can totally swing the matchup. So those would be the 2 that I had to pick out.
All right, we have a couple other matchups.
Yeah.
One for naming rights. We have call it our naming rights bowl.
The Poop Bowl.
Or you can call it that. We got Jeff in that against Wahlberger.
Yep.
2 teams, one who tried this year and one who didn't.
Yeah.
And so they are going to meet here in our last place. Who's going to get their team named?
I think it's probably going to be Jordy. Jordy is trying. He picked up Jeff Wilson. He picked up Josh Adams. He picked up Cortland Sutton. All names
That's true.
of players that we didn't have on the radar at the beginning of the season. These are guys that only came along in really, the last few weeks. But Jeff's got blue chippers. He's got Barkley. He's got Ertz. He's got Amari Cooper, who decided to become a blue chipper again. When it was too late, really, for Jeff, but has turned it around. So riding those guys, I think Jeff's going to be safe. But we'll see.
All right. There's one more matchup, but I don't really care about it. Do you care about it?
The Who Cares Bowl?
Right, it is called the Who Cares Bowl. There's nothing really.
Lisa versus Kevin. So
I think Lisa's in this Who Cares Bowl quite a bit.
that's her favorite matchup.
I think it might be.
Because nobody pays any attention, and that's her favorite thing. So
Don't pay attention.
nobody will watch.
Don't let Darren text about me.
Yep.
I still
Pretty
will.
awesome. Good stuff.
All right, so let's go ahead. A quick season review. There's like probably 1,000 things that we could talk about. This
Always,
podcast
sure.
or video or whatever we want to call it. This could probably be about 3 hours long if we wanted to recap everything.
And then we'd
But
be
we
the
don't.
only one watching it.
So we don't want to watch that. We don't. I don't want to. I don't think I would even watch it. To be honest with
I
you.
would, but I might skip forward through some stuff.
Yeah, 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
So let's just pinpoint a couple of things.
Yeah.
We were kind of doing a little bit of research, and by we I mean Josh. He spent some time looking at trying to find the biggest blowout and the closest matchup. So what did you see?
So the biggest blowout of the season came in a week 11, as far as I could see, and maybe I missed something. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but the week 11 matchup between myself and Gus, I got stomped. Gus beat me by 117 points in week 11, so that was the biggest blowout.
I remember it was like the second biggest blowout in our history.
I think it probably was. Yeah, it was. I'm ashamed to say I was part of it, but things happen.
Some weirdo in the park did some research on that. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that was a little odd. Now, the closest matchup is also interesting because Gus was involved in this one, too. This was week 9, where Gus lucked out and beat Tom by 1.7 points. So he managed to have the biggest win and the closest win of the season. So that's why he's in the finals.
Like, Gus is all over the place. Like, just everywhere. Like, everything that you ever think about doing with fantasy football, Gus is involved in some way.
Yeah, probably.
And I don't know even how much who pays attention.
Well, he was in China for half the season, so
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Whatever, Gus. Good job. I'm proud of you, I guess.
sort of.
All right, let's move on to looking quick preview of next season.
Sure.
Our preview of next season is not going to be an extensive preview, other than
Not this time.
who are the picks and who
Yeah.
has the picks and who doesn't have the
Yeah,
picks.
buddy. Who does have the
Oh
picks?
my gosh. Well, it's really just 2 people.
Oh,
2 people have every pick in the first 5 rounds. The rest of us will start drafting after round 5. It's just kind of the way it is, except for Kyle. Kyle's just normal. We just
Yeah.
does his thing.
Yeah.
Never changes, never trades. And
I think him and Jeff, too. I think Jeff
Jeff
does.
also. Anybody want to player trade?
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, it's nice. All right, so let's talk about those picks real
Okay.
quick. We'll get to you in a minute.
Oh, okay. No problem. I can
but
wait.
we've got quite a few people who have lost picks this year based on their trades. We'll start easy. Kevin lost in round 3. I think he traded away Gronkowski for a 3rd rounder. Got
Traded
Gronkowski
for, yeah.
for a 3rd rounder, whatever. And then Lisa traded away her round 2 earlier in the year. She was trying to get Fournette, or did get Fournette, and then he immediately went on the disabled list, or whatever you want to call it. Something. Oh, he also got suspended. I forgot about that part. Then we had Ryan, who traded away his 3rd and his 5th, and I think, in my opinion, the most odd trade we had of the season. The names involved in that trade were just whatever.
It's fitting for Ryan.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and then I've traded away both my 2nd and my 4th to 2 different people, and a lot of good that did me. And then Gus traded away in one trade his 1st, his 2nd, and his 3rd.
It's a good trade.
And those, for some people. Actually, it's actually a good trade for
Working out for him, too.
It did work out. Getting Ezekiel Elliott was kind of a big deal for him.
Yeah.
And by kind of, I mean that's really carrying his team besides Mahomes.
Yeah.
And then my favorite, of course, is Tom. In a couple of different trades, traded away his 1st, his 2nd, his 3rd, and his 5th.
Yeah.
Which means he starts in the 4th, which I think he has a keeper that he's probably going to keep in the 4th. So then he's probably going to start drafting in the 6th. Lisa, I would say that Tom should be the designated driver. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I should probably go the other way because Tom's going to have nothing to do.
Well,
and so Tom should start drinking.
We can put him in charge of Ryan and Jordy's picks, and he can be the one running up from the.
Ooh, I like that. He can be. The iPads can be next to Tom next season.
He can be.
I like that. All right, and then those that have extra picks,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you just gloat a little bit. What do you got next year?
So I have 2 extra firsts, so 3 total. I have an extra 2nd, so 2 total. I have 3 thirds, 2 extras, and my regular 4th, and 2 fifths, 1 extra 5th.
So you're done after round 5.
Yeah, like round 8.
You're picking your kicker in the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah, pretty much. So
All right, kind of like what Ryan does, but He doesn't ever have extra picks.
That's because I have all the extra picks. So I'm gonna enjoy. It should be fun.
All right, and then the other guy who made all those trades. It's really weird. They kind of all were just two people. Like Kevin lost his third rounder, but he does have a second rounder from me, so he lost one, gained one there. But he was the only other one besides Josh, and then of course Wahlberger.
Yep.
Wahlberger's got 2 extra 2s. He's only his only one round one, so Josh is a little bit better at dealing, I guess. But he's got his 2 2s. 2 extra 2s. So he's got 3 total 2s. 2 extra 3s, so 3 totals, and then he's got an extra 4 and an extra 5. So
he's gonna be done pretty early too.
I believe if you add up all the extra picks, you guys are pretty similar in how many you have. He might be one short, but you guys are going to be done right around the same time.
Yep.
Around 7 or 8, you guys are both done. So you can start podcasting early next year.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. Jordy and I will hold one separate. We'll Skype with each other and put it online.
I like that. Well, Josh, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm not sure we'll see each other before then. If we do, great.
Yep.
I'll wish you a Merry Christmas again.
Perfect.
But otherwise, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to
Merry
everybody
Christmas to
except for Gus, just because. And we'll see you next time.